This is for the Habitat Corridor Conservation Project, an example of how to work the cost calculator to figure out how much your conservation project is going to cost. So what I did is I took a screenshot of my maps, like that side that shows all of the bridge segments and how long they are and overpasses and whatnot. You don't have to do this. You can toggle back and forth from tab to tab. I just inserted this picture so that we could all see it together and where this is coming from. So as you can see, the most important thing is don't edit the code in the yellow cells, right? So all of these yellow cells are programmed to calculate for you. So the only ones that you're going to edit are the blue squares. Okay, so this blue square is restoration. This blue square is new land acquisition. This blue square is for bridge and overpass. This one is for underpass, right? And this one is to convert miles into linear feet, because that's how much the cost calculator and the cost of bridges and underpasses are. So first things first, restoration work. So I'm going to check over here to my corridor and say, okay, I do have some land that I need to be restored. So that is 0.489 acres and 0.075 acres. You can add those together in a calculator, or you can have the sheet do it for you. So if you double click and program it, so you're going to type equals, and then your two areas, so 0.489 plus 0.075, and then press enter. Automatically adds those two sections together, multiplies it by $15,000. And so here the total cost to restore that land is $8,460. Okay, that part's done. New land acquisition. I don't have any new land to acquire, so I'm not going to add anything there. Okay, but I do have some bridge and overpass and underpass construction. So I'm going to look here, and some of my bridge segments are in miles and some are in feet. So I need all of them to be in feet. So what I need to do is use my conversion chart here, my conversion square, to convert all of these bridge segments that are in miles into feet so that I'm adding the same units together, because you can't add miles and feet because they don't have the same unit. So I'm going to program the same way that I did before. So equals, don't forget the computer needs to know that it needs to do math. So then I'm just going to go and add up all these miles. So 0.356 plus, where's my next mile? 0.343 plus, all the way down here, 0.269. Enter. And so now here is my total number of linear feet that were in miles. So make sure that as you're doing this, right, you're keeping track of which ones that you have already typed into your bridge overpass, right? Because you don't want to count things twice. So here, I'm going to use this number, right? So all I have to do is click that, because I know that all of those were bridges. So all of those bridges that were in miles, clicking that, plus now I have either a bridge or an overpass to look through. Okay, that's an underpass, so skip it. A bridge segment, oh, and it's in feet, so I haven't counted it yet. So plus 748. And this is an overpass. Okay, that's counted, 185. Plus bridge segment, oh, but it's in miles, so I've already counted it, so I'm going to skip it. Okay, this bridge segment is in feet. I'm going to include that, 437. Plus land to be restored, underpass, skip it, land, skip it, underpass, skip it. Bridge segment in feet, count it, 775. Plus underpass, skip it, and then a bridge segment in miles. So, okay, enter. And now here is the cost of all of those bridges and overpasses. Okay, that's a lot of money, but it is what it is. Okay, and I still have some underpasses to count. So last one, underpasses equals 83 plus 30 plus 36 plus 115 equals. Okay, so now what I've done is I've taken all of those parts, right? This sheet has summed them for me and done the cost. And it's also going to give you the total cost. So my total Habitat Corridor project is $22,040,580, right? This stated budget might be different depending on your teacher. You might only have $800,000 to work with. If that was the case for me, I would be $21 million over budget, right? So if I have a deficit, which I do have, I would need to propose a plan on how I'm going to finance it, right? Part of my plan, I'm going through Nike. Maybe Nike can help supply some of the funding for this, right? Maybe I'm going to tax the people of Beaverton. Maybe I'm going to ask for bonds. Maybe I'm going to try fundraising at different events, something to raise this $21 million, right? I need to have a plan of how I'm going to do that in order to conserve this corridor for my animal.